Hello and welcome to Pro Trader Strategies Market Commentary for Tuesday, April the 24th. My name is Eric Wilkinson. Some of you may recognize me as the Wolfman from CNBC, Fox Business, or even the Wall Street Journal for my commentary on everything from economic to geopolitical and market analysis. Please take a moment to read over this disclaimer. Basically, it talks about everything I say in these daily market commentaries is to be considered general commentary and does not constitute investment advice. At the end of the day, please do your own homework, and past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, having all that away, let's get it on. Sorry, the camera's not working for me today, but I'll figure that out hopefully sometime today. For some reason, it clicked off, and I had to go with it. Anyway, let's talk about some economic data. Nothing really to see across the pond, but here in the United States, we did get Richmond manufacturing coming in at a -3, expected to be a +16. Now that's a survey of about 100 manufacturers and trying to discern what their outlook is for inventory orders and the overall economic picture going forward. A negative number, anything below 0 is retraction or very bearishness outlook. It was supposed to come in at a 16, so much worse than expected there. But on the flip side of that, we did get CB, consumer confidence, which generally will indicate that if a consumer is confident that they are going to be more willing to part with their money and start spending because they're confident going forward. Anyway, that number came in at 228.7, expected to be it came in at 128.7, expected to be 126, and they revised last month's number down just slightly from 121.7 to 127.7 expected, and it came in at 127.0. New home sales came in at 694,000, expected to be 225,000. They also revised last month's number up from 216,000 to 287,000. So almost 70,000 increase in the revision, and we almost got a 70,000 upside on the new home sales versus the expected numbers. So quite a few new home sales. That being said, that's really driving the bonds yields higher and the bond prices down. 10-year actually traded 3%, which was like the first time since 2014. So it looks like continued increased interest rates going forward. Let's look at crude oil right now. It's off by about a few cents. I thought it was going to trade that 70 handle today. It got up above 69, basically broke above the 50 Fibonacci level for just a moment. That's when I thought it was going to 70, but didn't happen. Started losing a little bit of steam, maybe off of the Richmond manufacturing survey. But the market has come back down and outside of the trend channel. We settled up above that trend channel. I think that this 50 Fibonacci level is going to act as more of a resistance than even this trend channel that we're looking at here. It just seems like it's kind of trudging up along that trend channel, but really finding resistance on that 50 Fibonacci level. We got gold futures finding support at this the 76 Fibonacci level right here. As you can see, we kind of bounced off of that, the 78 Fibonacci level. As you can see, we bounced off of that several times in the past. Yesterday came and bounced off of it. Today tested it again. Now we're up and away. But we are finding resistance at the value area high, which just happens to coincide with the 50-day moving average. So that is going to act as resistance. So we're in a little tight range here where the bulls and bears are fighting over their support and resistances right now. And we will see by the end of the day who is winning. Hopefully we don't just land right in the middle there, because that would not really be a discernible direction. Let's talk about Bitcoin futures up, trading around 93.60. Remember, my level was 93.50. If it settles above there, I think the bulls are going to be regaining control. The bears need it to settle below probably 90. I would have to say probably needs to settle at around 9,100 or something like that to get below that level to make this doji really look like a topping pattern. And then we would need confirmation, obviously, tomorrow. But having said that, today not looking bearish at all, and if it settles above that 93.50 area, the bulls are going to have pretty good control of that market. VIX moving slightly higher today after being lower because the economic data, the earnings that we got today were actually pretty good. We had Google, Coca-Cola, Verizon, all those guys did pretty well. We'll talk about those trades here in a minute, or lack thereof. But then the NASDAQ also losing steam, even though Google was winning earlier on, they started really losing steam right after the open. So if you were selling puts, you probably did pretty good, but if you held on to them, they're not looking so great right now. E-mini S&Ps finding support on all of these lines coming together. Everything consolidating right there. Going to make it really hard to break out from here with all of these different levels showing support. We got the extensions on the 38 Fibonacci, the 61 Fibonacci, all right there showing support. We can look at this on a daily chart. Yesterday ended up staying an inside day. As you can see, the value area is inside of the previous day. We are almost seeing that with today on that Friday inside day. Just nothing going on. As you can see, overnight inventory did get long, but we came in, got those earnings, and the market just kind of sold off despite the fact that those earnings were pretty good. So let's take a look at them. Verizon came out with better than expected earning. I was going to play all of these to the upside, and I had a buddy call me up at about 11:45 my time, which is Pacific, so that would have been about 2:45 Eastern, and didn't think I was going to be on the phone that long, but I ended up talking to him all the way until the bell rang, and when the bell rang, that's when I realized that I had missed my earnings trades because I was chatting away. So I am really kicking myself today. Not very happy with letting that happen to myself. But I just got carried away talking to a friend that I hadn't talked to in a while. But as you can see, Verizon beat to the upside. I was going to play that to the upside. Caterpillar on the open blasted off to the upside. But this is what I'm talking about. This is what we were seeing here. Even though they gave forward guidance looking great, even in China, the market just didn't want to swallow that and fell out of bed with the overall market. So even though they came out with a beat on earnings, forward guidance good, Caterpillar did not fare so well. But when I was looking at these this morning, you could have gotten out pretty easily. Even Google, despite the fact that I would have been playing this to the upside, had I not gotten out by the open, the theta decay and everything else would have helped me out, and didn't move outside that market maker move. I would have been still well outside of that, probably been able to make money, but I haven't looked at any of the strikes there yet. So yeah, I never moved outside of my strikes, so I would have never really had to worry about it. But I haven't looked at any of the pricing on any of it yet. All right, that's about it for today. Friday's webinar is going to be on the short calls. If we're starting to turn into a bearish market with all this high implied volatility, it's going to be a great time to start selling calls and or puts. And I'll be talking about those in the next couple of weeks for the webinars. At the end of the day, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on this video. Let me know what you like or dislike about this video in the comment sections there. So go ahead and hit it up. Also, we are going to be having earnings on quite a few different other underlyings that I'm going to be looking at. We got Amgen, that is Win, Twitter, Hess Industries, and Boeing. We also have Capital One Financial as well. So I'm going to be playing those. Check me out on Twitter, and I will be tweeting out which direction I'm going to be playing those and talk about them tomorrow in the Daily Market Commentary. All right? That's all I got for you guys today, other than if you can't take that, take it easy.